Hello, long time no see. Today I want to compare these two knives, the Spyderco Sage 1 and the Spyderco Sage 5. As you can see at first sight they are very similar, and indeed they share a lot of things that they have in common. So they are both made by Spyderco from the Sage line, and the Sage series from Spyderco pays tribute to different locking mechanisms in knives. So the Sage 1 is a LinerLock, as you can see here, developed by Michael Walker, and the Sage 5 uses Spyderco's own compression lock. So they both come here in carbon fiber laminated onto G10 handles and with a slightly different pattern. But not all Sage knives use these carbon fiber laminates. As you can see here, the Sage 3 uses blue G10. The Sage 1 uses the classic Spyderco carbon fiber laminate, like the Chaparral. As you can see, they are identical, while the Sage 5 uses a slightly different pattern, and it feels a little bit nicer in hand, I would say, in the Sage 5. Both have the same blade shape, and both use Spyderco's S30V. As you can see here on the front, you can already see a difference. Namely, the Sage 5 has a lanyard hole, while the Sage 1 doesn't have any. And from the back side, they both use Spyderco's via pocket clip, but on the Sage 1 it's in black and on the Sage 5 it's in silver. So overall, I would say if you have to choose, it's a matter of personal preference. I would say that the Sage 5, even though it's not an upgrade, it feels like a slight modernization over the Sage 1. Slightly more modern look and feel overall. But let's look a little bit more into details. The difference between the LinerLock and the compression lock. They are kind of similar because they both use a liner that's nested inside the handles as a locking mechanism. But let's look a little bit more into details. Alright, as you can see here, the Sage 1 has this huge cutout in order to access the LinerLock, while on the Sage 5 there's no cutout, so the Sage 5 is perfectly symmetrical from both sides, while the handles on the Sage 1 are not symmetrical. Looking from the back, the Sage 1, just the liners straight, like you can see here, and on the Sage 5 you can see here you access the locking mechanism like this. And some people said that they have occasionally some problems because you see the LinerLock, when it's engaged, the compression lock, sorry, when it's engaged, it stands off a bit and it can pinch into your hand when you're holding it. But I don't have this problem because I use the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 for years, so I'm already used to the compression lock, so no issues for me. But let's open the knives up and see how they look inside. Alright, here you can see both knives with the show side scale removed. On the left is the Sage 1, and here you can see how it looks when the LinerLock is engaged. So the lock hits the bottom part of the blade, and the top part, the back of the blade, is resting on the stop pin. The compression lock on the Sage 5 is a bit more complex, as you can see here. The liner, here this back section is bent down and is engaging the blade, while the top section wraps around the stop pin. Yeah. So these are the differences between these knives. Thanks for watching.